Hey, it's Serenity Before Sunrise, and I am Sophia Antoine, your life and relationship coach. And today I'm your journaling coach. At this moment, I'm your journaling coach. So I hope you are enjoying our morning talks and our motivation to just do better, be better, and to get everything that's on your mind out before you start your day because it's necessary. Don't walk around with all these things going on and swirling like a tornado. For me, I'm in Florida, so it would be a hurricane. To me, it's always hurricane season in Florida because you never know when one's going to hit. Hurricane season seems to start earlier, ends later. So if I'm in a mindset of it's always hurricane season, that means I'm always ready, so I don't have to get ready. And that's how I want you to feel about your day. You're always ready. Your mind is clear and you're ready to tackle the day, whatever you have going on, and not all these things just coming at you from every direction. So I want those down on paper. You should want them down on paper so you can look back and see how far you've come when you're having maybe a down day. That's one of the best things about journaling. You have a log, a chronological log of how you got through your tough times, and you can see that even though I'm in a tough time right now, I got through something before and I will get through it again, right? So today is a not so comfortable conversation, and it's a good thing that you are only having it with your journal for right now, and it's about boundaries. Now, not a lot of people have good boundaries. Some have very stringent boundaries, and I don't fault anybody for either one, simply because that's what your life is right now. Remember, we're not judging. It's an objective point of view. We're just looking at things for what they are so we can make changes. You and I make changes if need be. And you make them in your time. The only thing I ask you to do right now is to be aware. Just have awareness of it, of what's going on. That's what your journal does. Now, boundaries. You know how a 2-year-old can tell you no, no, no. And I just use two because people call them the terrible twos. But babies at a really young age learn how to say no. Somewhere along the lines, when you started wanting people to like you, your word changed from no to maybe to yes, 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 yes. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yes, I can take it all on. You can't. Nor should you, because you need to have time for yourself. You need to have time to do the things that you need to do for yourself or for your family or whatnot, right? So in setting boundaries, what you're doing is not necessarily saying no to somebody else. It's loving yourself enough to know I have enough on my plate right now and I cannot take on your stuff too. It's okay. And you may need to teach people how to take on their own things because one of two things usually happens. One of two things. And these are just main, so they're not set in stone. But they learn to depend on you because you're always there. And they don't have to depend on themselves. And it's just a habit now. Or they really just don't know. There's a third thing, and it could just be that they want to take advantage of you. But instead of instantly thinking negatively, those ants, automatic negative thoughts, instead of implementing ants right away, just think positively to the point that they need help managing their stuff. And by you setting a boundary, it does help them learn problem-solving skills in taking care of their own stuff. You can tell them how you would do it if you were to do it, but you don't have to actually do it for them. Now, you know the people closest to you and the things they ask you to do, and you know whether they could realistically take those things on and get them done, or if they're just depending on you because you're there. You know the difference. So in your journaling today, just write about some circumstances where you can help other people take responsibility for their own lives and how much time that would free up for you every week or every day that they ask you to do this particular thing, and what you can spend that time doing. See, yesterday we talked about some easy self-care processes that we could do. So in space of the time you're committing to someone else, why not go ahead and put yourself in there, plug yourself in. Remember, I said put yourself on your own schedule. I know you have work, I know you have a family, but you have yourself too. We don't want to go to that burnout stage we talked about a few days ago. It'll burn you out if you're constantly trying to take care of other people. You don't want to do that. So what I ask is just consider in your journal today how you can help other people take responsibility for themselves. Because you had to take responsibility for you. You have to take responsibility for your journaling journey and figuring life out right now. Somebody else, share this video with them so they can understand. So it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be harsh. And once they start putting their life in order, you can loosen up a bit. Boundaries aren't set in stone. You're not wrong for setting boundaries. It's okay. You can loosen them up when you get a chance or when everybody's on the same page. Or you can enforce them a little more if you really find out that this person is just taking advantage of my kindness or my available time. Because understand, just because the time is available doesn't mean that you haven't put something in that space, that it's not allotted for you. Because I'm not busy doesn't mean that I'm free to take on your stuff. I'm not busy because I put myself on my schedule and I choose not to be busy right now because I have a lot going on. We all do. So please respect the fact that you need time too. So I know that's a bit uncomfortable. And, very key, don't enforce stringent boundaries with everybody at the same time because people will pull back from you and you may find that you're a little lonely. If you're not okay with being lonely, do it like 1 or 2 people at a time, depending on how big your circle is or your support system or what part of a support system you play for somebody else. So if you have questions, please do feel free to reach out. I love hearing from you. I get a lot more DMs than I do comments, and that's okay. Just realize that I do work, so it'll take me a little bit to get back to your DM or your email, but I always do. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking, comment, saving, whatever you do on this video. I appreciate it. And drink your water, take your vitamins, and mind your business.